Rockefeller basically did the same thing. Like his salary as vice president was peanuts to him, so he donated it to charity.
He's like, whatever.
Yeah. And then after, like, he was dropped from the ticket, obviously he was pissed off and bitter about it. And I think he just like kind of retired from politics. And then he famously died under very mysterious circumstances. Like,
oh, really?
Yes. He was found dead in his mansion. And when the police appeared on the scene, they noticed some inconsistencies and weird things, like that his shoes were on the wrong feet as he was slumped in his chair.
What?
That a newspaper that he had supposedly been reading was opened in a weird place or something, or upside down or something like that.
Reading the comics or something.
There were some weird circumstances in the scene.
Locked room mystery.
So they asked, some people about it.
Yeah.
And it turned out that Rockefeller had been with his younger mistress and her.
He was in the sack?
He was in the sack. He died, I think, probably mid-coitus with his 24-year-old mistress.
And she's Ed.
And she called his aides,
Right.
And they came and rearranged the scene and covered it up.
Oh my God!
And the Rockefellers, of course, being so rich and powerful, they did everything they could to cover it up for a while.
Yeah.
But it eventually leaked and everything.
Right, wrong shoes. That's the worst assistant ever.
Oh, they scrambled, because she called the assistants, then she called the police and the ambulances and everything.
Right, and they were like, "Don't
here's
call
like
anybody."
a former vice president of the United States, and he's had a heart attack while he's fucking
not his wife.
Not his wife.
Yes.
Big deal.
Big deal.
Yeah. And so it's pretty much 95% sure that he died mid-sex with his 20-something mistress.
Wow.
And then they rearranged all the death stuff, putting him in his chair and all that stuff. I want to find out
where, the thing is that had to mess with her sex life.
Oh,
the rest
I'm sure.
Of her life, she's just
well, she got I think he left her about $500,000 or $50,000 to $500,000 in his will. So I think she was okay.
Right. She had dried her tears.
But her sex life was probably.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You gotta. There's some sexual healing that has to go on after you die. And he was. How old was he when he died?
I think he was in his 70s or something.
Oh, he
like
was
that.
older.
He was much older than her. Yeah, no doubt about it.
I have never needed money that bad.